Hey friend, welcome to Tools Day Tuesday. I'm Kelly, and here in the Buttercup Garden we highlight sanity-saving tools, must-read books, and simple solutions to support your faith-filled life. If you haven't already grabbed your free resources, check the description. It's waiting for you below. Today's focus, a Bible study that really spoke to me, that kind of kicked me in my gut. It spoke right to my doer, make it happen soul when I was stuck in a season of waiting. Because sometimes we try to build the outcome we want, right? Instead of stewarding the assignment that God gave us. So buckle up, Buttercup, because waiting might just change how you see this in-between season of your own. Okay, so today I'm sharing, you can see how much I love this book, right? It's one of my favorite, probably one of my most favorite Bible studies. It's called Waiting, a Bible study on patience, hope, and trust. Patience is a virtue that I really struggle with. So I'm always looking for help from the Lord in different ways. So this Waiting, a Bible study on patience, hope, and trust by Sharla Fritz. I don't know how I managed to get through life. It seriously kind of kicks you in your feels. So if you're overwhelmed or you feel stuck, this one's a game changer. You'll find my affiliate link in the description below. Grab your copy there. If there's a discount, if I can get my hands on a discount, I'll put it there as well. So this is not just another Bible study. It's something that helps you slow down without falling behind. So you know that's my favorite, right? When you're stuck in a waiting season, whether it's a job offer, a ministry launch, or a prayer that seems unanswered, your heart can start to race. Did I mishear God? Is he listening to me? Have I done something to make him not? Maybe I have to do something to make things happen. Waiting, this book, this Bible study, meets that fear head on. It reminds us that God's delays are not God's denials. Waiting is not wasted. It's where trust is tested and faith is deepened. So if you're constantly hustling and wondering if you're out of God's will because nothing seems to be moving, this study will probably be a lifeline for you, just as it was for me. So let me show you exactly how waiting is structured and why it might be the sanity saver that you didn't know you needed. So what is it? It's an 8-week, verse-by-verse Bible study by Sharla Fritz. It combines narrative retelling of women in the Bible who waited. Each chapter focuses on a different story, a different person, along with practical reflection questions, journal prompts, and even prayer guides. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but I am going to give you a couple of the chapter breakdowns. So chapter 1 really focuses on Sarah. Sarah has been popping up for me a lot lately, everywhere, in church, in a mastermind group, in this book. And the theme is trusting God's promise when the timeline seems impossible. If you know anything about Sarah, Sarah tried to make the timeline hers. She tried to make things happen instead of waiting, right? Instead of waiting for God. And when she finally decided to trust and put her faith in God, that's when things changed for her. Chapter 2 is about Hannah. Hannah had a prayer in her heart, right? And it explores Hannah's deep anguish in the temple. Her vow to give Samuel back to God. It's surrendering our deepest longings to God's perfect timing. And chapter 3 is the widow of Zarephath. It's a hard one to say, right? Like, it retells the story of Elijah and the widow who gave what little she had. The widow that was living day to day. If the flour and oil run out, then we die kind of life. Yet God miraculously provided for her. So it's all about learning to trust God for daily provision, even when tomorrow looks uncertain. So here's a good journal prompt that I like that you can write down. Learning to trust God for daily provision, even when tomorrow. Sorry, here's a journal prompt. Since I just told you the theme again. What scarcity mindset do I cling to? And how can I offer my last bit to God and trust him for the next bit? Then it goes on. Chapter 4 is about Ruth. Chapter 5 is about Anna. Chapter 6 is the woman with the issue of blood. Chapter 7 is about Martha. And chapter 8 is about the 10 virgins. Okay? It's really good. Break it down chapter by chapter. So who is it great for? Let's talk about who this is great for. It's great for busy moms who are juggling carpool, dinner, a ministry. This study is printable and flexible. In just 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes a day, you can get some deep soul work without pages and pages of fluff. It's for those that are in between seasons. Maybe you applied for a job, or you're launching a new program, or you've prayed for healing and you're in a now what space. This meets you there. And it's for people like me who hate passive waiting. If you feel like waiting means doing nothing, well, this Bible study shows you that waiting can be active worship, active preparation, and active trust. So let's talk about how it simplifies your life and how it can help boost your spiritual growth. And the cover feels pretty neat too. That matters. So there's weekly structure. Each of the 8 weeks starts with a short narrative overview, followed by daily scripture readings. So you don't have to guess where to start. Miss Fritz laid it all out. It's very easy to follow. There's also, like I said before, guided journaling prompts. So when your mind is foggy, you have some specific questions to dive into. No guessing at what God might be saying to you. There are prayer guides. The chapter ends with a prayer. Just personalize it. It removes the pressure of not knowing what to pray or how to say what we want to say. And then there's promise and identity and truth all in here. All in here can help you make those key truths really stick. So, in chapter 3, The Widow of Zarephath, Sharla asks, what scarcity in your life keeps you from trusting God for tomorrow? Yeah. What scarcity in your life keeps you from trusting God for tomorrow? So I wrote down, actually in my journal, hold on. There. I wrote down, God owns my future and He provides daily. Yeah. It shifted my heart from anxious planning to daily dependence. So, full honesty here. Waiting's not going to be perfect for everyone. If you despise structured studies, or if you need glossy full color pages and fancy layouts, because this is not. Some might feel a bit humble. The design is simple, and it expects you to kind of write in the margins a little bit, okay? But if you're a busy mom juggling all the things and craving clarity over chaos, this just might be your next favorite thing. It's fine. So here's what I love the most. Sharla's storytelling feels like a wise friend over coffee. She gently calls out my impatience without shame. And she ties it back to her own personal story so that I don't feel alone. The active waiting concept, I realized I was busy waiting. I was trying to feel so busy waiting or waiting busily. I was trying to fill every idle second because I felt like that was necessary. If I wanted my things to happen, then I had to do it, right? But that's not necessarily true. Sharla has taught me that waiting is an action in itself. The practical prompts, like after chapter 5 on Anna, I started praying for purpose in my waiting instead of complaining about delays. Instead of praying for the timeline to speed up, I started praying for purpose in my waiting. So, this might not be a good fit for you if you only have 5 minutes for devotions, because it demands a little bit more time. You need to plan, like I said earlier, for at least 15, maybe 20 minutes a day. If you don't enjoy journaling, you might miss the depth. The study is meant to be hands-on, pen in hand. So if you find yourself racing towards the next big thing, asking God, hello, are you listening to me? Grab it. Grab waiting. If you need help stewing less over delays, speaking to me here, preaching to the choir, and trusting more in His timing, this study is for you. If you prefer bite-sized devotionals, you might come back to this when you have a little more margin to sit with God each day. So I hope today's tool helps you trade hustle for holy hustle, right? We don't hustle, we holy hustle. And I hope it brings you more peace to your day. Because God's delays aren't denials. They're invitations to deepen your trust and to deepen your faith. If you're in a season of waiting and wondering if God forgot you, grab Waiting, a Bible study on patience, hope, and trust by Sharla Fritz. Again, I've got my affiliate link down in the description. You can click that. And if you like this kind of content, hit the like button, subscribe for more weekly encouragement, and share this video with a friend who needs a little help slowing down. All the links you need are down in the description, including a discount code if I can get my hands on it. Remember, positivity breeds positivity, and you, my dear Buttercup, are not broken. You are becoming. So until next week, keep trusting in His timing.